and Barnes & Noble DVD locations.
Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Over the last 4 days, we've been saluting one of the greatest of all movie stars, John Wayne. The Duke is TCM Star of the Month for April, and in his honor of his expansive career, we've been bringing you a marathon of Wayne films since Monday evening. Well, we have 6 more movies left in our salute, and joining me again this evening to help introduce the first 4 of them is Scott Eyman. Scott, a leading authority on the career of John Wayne. Scott's latest book is John Wayne, The Life and Legend, which is full of really interesting insights and new information about the Oscar-winning actor. Welcome again, Scott.
Thanks, Bob.
Good to have you here.
Great to be here.
Now, for the rest of our John Wayne marathon, we have movies the Duke made later in his career. And we're going to start with a light western called North to Alaska, a movie Henry Hathaway directed for 20th Century Fox in 1960. It's the Duke at age 52 at the time this movie began filming, and it's one of the most enjoyable films he made in the later part of his career. Mm-hmm. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. It was made right after he finished shooting The Alamo. And The Alamo was an enormous psychological investment for Wayne.
Because he was directing it?
Because he was directing it. He'd been working on the script for 12, 13 years. And it was an enormous financial investment on the part of Wayne because a lot of his own money was invested in the picture. So with The Alamo in the can, he immediately set about making a couple of pictures that were meant to be commercial and purely commercial. These weren't meant to extend the John Wayne franchise. These were meant to please his audience.
Right.
And it included North to Alaska and The Comancheros, among others, made strictly for commercial reasons. The kicker came a year later when The Alamo was released, and it was preceded in release by North to Alaska, which Fox rushed through post-production. Right. And North to Alaska outgrossed The Alamo in a lot of areas.
Wow.
which
was
a bitter pill.
Yes.
A bitter pill.
It's a terribly entertaining movie.
Oh, it is, but it's almost formulaic. There's barroom brawls in which nobody really gets hurt. There's some action, brawny action. It's right down the middle of the fairway.
Right.
And he got the director that he knew could direct this kind of thing.
Henry Hathaway. Now, did they get along well? They made a lot of movies together.
They made a lot of movies together. Hathaway was a terrible tempered man on the set. And Wayne had some experience with that, having worked with, you know, some pretty temperamental directors in his day. So he would just give Henry his screaming room, you know. He would rarely scream at Duke. You know, he would rarely scream at Wayne. He would scream at everybody else, and he would scream at actors, and he would really scream at the crew, and people would get fired and disappear, and it was, a Hathaway set was a tense environment, generally speaking, but he wanted everybody on point. You know, he wanted everybody paying strict attention to him and to the picture at hand.
But it's an interesting mix of people, too. I mean, I love the fact Stuart Granger.
Sure.
You know, he hadn't been that much fun for a long time in films.
No.
He was
Ernie Kovacs. Waggling his cigar.
Fabian. All kinds of fun
Well, you
people.
notice there's someone in there to appeal to everybody. Demographic.
Absolutely.
You've got Fabian for the teenagers. You've got Capuchin for women who want to look at clothes. You know, you've got Stuart Granger for the matinee idol aspect, and you got John Wayne for, you know, two-fisted entertainment.
Right.
So it's a very carefully assembled package of entertainment.
Well, let's look at the movie. Here it is from 1960, co-starring Stuart Granger, Ernie Kovacs, and 2 people known by their first names only, Capuchin and Fabian. Here's North to Alaska.